Welcome to r/best of Redditor updates, where OP's father-in-law uses OP in an awful way. Our next Reddit post is from r/relationship advice. So, this is a weird one, at least for me. Me and my girlfriend Anne, who's 24, have been dating for a little over a year now. I met her parents when we were 2 months together or so. She always spoke very highly of them, and never mentioned any conflict that could have been the cause of the current issue. I've had some bad experiences with fathers in my past relationship, but Anne's father was a nice surprise. He's a very cool dude, and you can see that he truly cares about his family and the happiness of every member. After I met her parents and got along with them, we would visit them at least twice a month. Sometimes it was Anne's idea, and sometimes her parents would invite us to dinner with Anne's siblings. Once again, those were always positive experiences, and both me and Anne enjoyed it. Then one day, her father invited me to meet him so that we could get some beer. I invited Anne, but she didn't want to, so I went by myself. He talked about his life, his job, random topics, and I did the same. I had a pretty good time, so when he invited me the next month, I went again. So this became a thing. Each month, we meet up to drink beer and talk. Anne never said anything negative about this. In fact, when I would come back, she would ask if I had fun, and we would talk a little about it. I was surprised 3 days ago to have her come and ask me to stop hanging out with her father. I asked if something had happened, and she said that it didn't. She just wanted me to stop. This was something new because we usually talk about everything as openly as we can manage. It was something that we made sure to establish at the beginning due to our past experiences. So this is very strange behavior coming from her. I tried asking her if they had argued or if he had said or done something to upset her, but she changed the subject or flat out told me to just stop hanging out with him and move on. I don't know if I should ask her father about this, and to be honest, it's not something that I want to do. Everything's normal unless I bring up this subject. Just today, she was talking about her family planning the birthday of her sister next week, and it was like nothing was happening. I don't want to make decisions without knowing what's going on behind them, but I don't know how to get the answers without having to bring in more people into this. Can anyone give me some insights? Then, 5 days later, OP posted an update. After I made the post, I decided the best route was to speak to Anne about our relationship and dig more into the father issue later. To my surprise this time, it didn't take long because she just burst into tears. She reassured me that everything was fine between us, but there was an issue with her parents and I wasn't supposed to know from her. But she's very angry at her father, and this was how the issue between us came to be. Her father is having an affair and has been seeing this woman for 10 months. Anne's mother had no idea something was up until he said that he was going out with me for a beer, and then later Anne sent a picture of me and her at a party that same night. Oh, he set up the beer meetings to prepare an excuse. Oh, that's so scummy. Then he went out twice to meet up with me for a beer, which was weird. We only went out once a month. But he told his wife that I was helping out with an idea for a project that he had for their house. Since at this point she was suspicious, she started to check with Anne whenever he said that he was going out with me. Things started to get more obvious, and Anne's father ended up coming clean a few weeks ago. They broke the news to their sons and daughters, but they had a special talk with Anne since her father had been using my name in this mess, and her mother thought that it was only right for him to talk to me and apologize. Anne tried to keep quiet, but ended up lashing out, which caused the issue between us. I did have a talk with her father, and it was extremely awkward. He apologized and said that he hoped that we could keep being friends once everything was settled. Don't know about that, though. Anne has also apologized, but this has really taken a toll on her, so I'm not holding it against her. Yo, that's such a scummy thing to do. First, to be used in that way, that just really sucks. But it kinda automatically creates distrust in OP's relationship with her girlfriend, because the first thing the girlfriend is going to assume or worry about, anyone would in that situation, is, oh my god, is my boyfriend knowingly covering up my dad's affair? Which, man, this just sucks. This guy sucks. Our next Reddit post is from r/relationship advice. I've been with my fiance for 4 years. I love him, and I used to respect him, but his recent fixation on this dumb subject has really hurt my respect. So he proposed 1.5 years ago. I said yes. About a year ago, he found out that his friend had slept with 100 women prior to getting engaged, and somehow this affected his psyche and he proposed an open relationship. At first I was disgusted by the thought, but I agreed after he threw a major meltdown. So I started going out with friends. The first few guys I was so nervous because I'd been with 2 guys, including my fiance prior. But after I got over the nerves, I realized that when there's no pressure to start a relationship, I'm really good at picking up dudes and sending vibes that I'm DTF. I've been with 42 guys in the past year. I never thought it would happen, but I've enjoyed myself immensely. But honestly, I'd be ready to stop. But it turns out my fiance is not good at it, and he's had 2 really bad hookups from dating apps. When we were having a "where are we" discussion, he had another meltdown when he found out how many guys I've been with. He kept repeating, "You've slept with 20 times the number I have? 20 times?" I said maybe we should just stop. He said no, that he wasn't ready, but now he wants to impose a rule that I have to take a break until he gets to 10. Then I can go out and meet someone new every 5 girls that he sleeps with. To me, this is ridiculous. Part of the fun of this was the independence and not checking in. Now he literally wants me to keep a log, and then when he hits like an achievement, I can do my own thing. How shifty is that? And in all honesty, I don't want a relationship where we have to compare numbers, let alone screw other people. I want a normal life with kids and a house and dog. What are we supposed to say? I watch the kids until you screw 5 women, then it's my night. Is it time to just say enough is enough and move on? Is there any hope? Then the next day, OP posted an update. So yeah, I guess I made it to the front page of Reddit yesterday. My now ex-fiance absolutely blew up on me, alternating between calling me a whore and a grunt, asking me why I disgraced myself and him like that. He also peppered the barrage with things like, "What's gonna happen to us after this?" I finally fell asleep at like 3 a.m., and I should have gone to work. But after finally admitting that I needed to break things off with him, I called in sick to work. I went to my fiance's house, asked to come in, and told him we had to talk. He said we did. But as a testament to his effing out-of-control ego, he prefaced his part of the conversation with, "I want you to know in advance, I may not be ready to accept your apology." F him. I planned on being nice, but that was too much. I just told him it's over between us. His look of surprise was a combination of pathetic and amusing, because even after calling me all sorts of gendered slurs for the better part of a few hours, he still wasn't expecting me to break up with him. He begged me to know why. I think I told him that he had to know why, and I tried to leave. I had no desire to talk to him, so I tried to leave, and he kept trying to block me and grab my arm. I finally told him that if he didn't effing let me go, I was gonna call the cops. He finally relented, but as I was trying to drive away, he came out and started punching my driver's side window. It was terrifying, but it didn't break. Between leaving his place and getting to mine, he texted and called dozens of times. I just blocked him and deleted the whole conversation without reading it. F him too, because I had the ring in my pocket and I planned on giving it back. But now I'm too scared to go see him to give it back, so I'm selling the thing or getting it melted down. So that's that. I don't know, this will probably get removed, but it's all good. I don't know whether I'm coming or going at this point. It's been a crazy couple of days. Then 3 days later, OP posted another update just to say that she mailed the ring back, started therapy, and is now single. It always surprises me in these stories when a couple gets into an open relationship and the dude is shocked that the girl has an easier time picking up guys than the guy has picking up girls. Girls can literally come up to a guy and be like, "Hey, you wanna bang?" Sometimes that's all it takes. Guys have to really put in the work. So like, dude, what were you expecting? Our next Reddit post is from r/relationship advice. My boyfriend and I have been dating for 1 year. He's a very tall, attractive guy. He was on the hockey team in university, and his team was kinda like a bunch of frat dudes. But he never seemed like that kind of guy. He was always very kind and sensitive with me. He also seems to be a very respectful and caring person. He's in medical school right now. Some of his buddies from his former team came over yesterday, and were just talking and hanging out. They started talking about their old shenanigans in university. My boyfriend said, "Remember that time I broke the record for our Chunky Chick Challenge?" I asked what the Chunky Chick Challenge was, and he said the goal was to ask out as many fat girls in a week. Everyone would put money in the prize pool, and the winner would get the entire prize at the end of the week. Basically, he asked out like 50 fat girls over text and in person, secretly recording their conversation. And then he ghosted them on the date. I was shocked and said that was so mean and gross. My boyfriend said the challenge was just a joke for fun. He accused me of overreacting. Then, 4 days later, OP posted an update. I confronted my boyfriend after his friends left and told him that I was genuinely concerned about his treatment of those girls. I said he lacked empathy, and I can't believe he doesn't see what was wrong with his actions. He finally acknowledged that, yes, what he did was mean. He says he didn't want to seem boring to his friends. I said I thought that he was better than that. I told him I was worried about how he would treat me if I gained weight in the future. He said that I was the type of person to always stay skinny. I said he can't be so sure of that, especially if I get pregnant. I said I was scared by his shallowness. Long story short, I broke up with him. He's super sad and has been apologizing nonstop via text. No matter what he says, I just can't get his cruelty out of my head. It's made me much less attracted to him, and I don't want to be associated with that kind of person, as I'm a new grad nurse in an eating disorder clinic, and I see the kind of effect that rude comments and actions have on young women. One of the teenage girl patients is anorexic because she used to be fat and bullied in school. I'm disgusted to think that my boyfriend embodies the cruelty of her bullies. Yeah, what makes this so bad is it's not like this is some old bullying that he did a long time ago and now he regrets it. That still would have been pretty bad. But he, recently, was still making light about it and joking about it, which means the dude has no remorse. He would happily do it again just to impress his friends. That was r/Best of Redditor updates, and if you like this content, check out my podcast where I publish the exact same episodes. Also, hit that subscribe button because I put out new Reddit videos every single day.